Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this comprehensive special program. Tonight we look deep into a story that touches not just the halls of power in Washington, but affects everyday Americans across the country. The federal government of the United States has been shut down since October 1, 2025, after funding authority expired and Congress failed to act. What started as yet another budget impasse has now turned into one of the most consequential and drawn-out standoffs in recent memory. According to multiple sources, the shutdown has become the longest full government funding lapse in U.S. history and already stands as the second longest overall shutdown under modern definitions. At the heart of the shutdown lies a deep and bitter political impasse. Republicans in the House of Representatives, led by Speaker Mike Johnson, insist that the government will not reopen unless certain policy changes are addressed, among them the extension of tax credits under the Affordable Care Act, rescissions of spending in foreign aid and other discretionary programs, and other conservative priorities. Democrats, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, point to the refusal of the leadership to negotiate with them until the government is reopened, and they are demanding protections for health care subsidies and Medicaid eligibility. In recent days, the stalemate has grown more entrenched. On day 22 of the shutdown, the Senate failed for the 12th time to advance the House-passed funding bill to reopen the government. The vote ended at 54 to 46, falling short of the 60-vote threshold needed to proceed. Meanwhile, Democrat Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon conducted a marathon floor speech lasting 22 hours and 37 minutes, protesting what he described as an erosion of American democratic norms. The human and institutional costs of the shutdown are mounting. Various federal agencies once thought to be able to carry on for weeks without fresh budgets are now being forced to furlough employees, pause programs, freeze contracts, and delay services. For the first time in nearly 3 decades, the administrative arm of the U.S. courts has sent staff home without pay after it exhausted its reserve funding. The National Nuclear Security Administration, NNSA, which plays a vital role in the nation's nuclear stockpile and threat reduction programs, will furlough approximately 80% of its workforce. Only about 375 of roughly 1,775 employees will remain on duty in essential safety roles.
Economically, the shutdown is already taking a serious toll. A memo from the Council of Economic Advisors warns that the United States could lose $15 billion in GDP every week the shutdown continues, and could see upwards of 43,000 additional unemployed individuals if it drags into a month. Meanwhile, services that rely on appropriation small business loans from the Small Business Administration, housing loan approvals, environmental and land management programs are being suspended or severely limited. For everyday Americans, the effects are less abstract than economic forecasts. They are concrete and growing. Federal workers show up for work with uncertainty about pay, or in some cases are sent home without wages. Programs that support low-income families, children, and veterans are disrupted or face the threat of disruption. Travel and national security infrastructure continue in many cases, but with skeleton staffing, raising concerns about reliability. In the aviation, defense, and national security sectors, the ripples are real. For example, because employee absences in supporting roles increase, the risk of delays in air traffic control, airport screening, and critical supply chain functions rises. Already the Aerospace Industries Association has warned the shutdown is delaying innovation and production in the defense aerospace industry, and with the NNSA workforce largely furloughed, even key programs relating to nuclear safety and non-proliferation face suspension or delay.